Welcome to another edition of 42 Straight Years In. On my crackhead update, me and my old lady was riding yesterday on Carroll Avenue. We stopped at a quick stop. It was a guy, I parked almost at the back of the store. There was a guy back there. Man, he was sweating. Man, his eyes were big as hell. He was talking to the trash dumpster. He just talking. He looked over there and seen me and her in the car. So we was getting ready to get out. I told her, I said, hey, don't get out the car. He made a motion like he was coming toward the car. I was just sitting there looking at him. Dude, you don't want to make my day. I have your life miserable, so you better take your ass on. He high on something. They need to leave them drugs alone. I mean, this guy's eyes was huge. It was hot outside, but this guy was soaking wet with sweat. That's my crackhead update. Y'all know what it is. Get your shanks out, and let's get ready to ride. Yeah, I'm going to shout out the Castaneda family. Me and my old lady was at Walmart in Cockrell Hill. And he's one of my subscribers. He was with his wife and 2 kids. Man, it was nice to talk to them, man. We chit-chatted in Walmart, and on our way out, I met him again at the parking lot. Yeah, shout out to the Castaneda family. You know, it was a detective killed in Houston while eating at a restaurant in the Galleria area. He was from New Orleans. They put out a $100,000 reward. They already got 2 people in custody. Money talks. That's the life of being a criminal. You know, to a regular person, man, you are not worth $100,000 if they see your ass on TV. They will tell it on your ass. You should expect that. You're not worth $100,000. That can pay a lot of bills. That can start a business. But they arrested 2 guys, and they're charged with capital murder and attempted capital murder, because another person was shot sitting at the table with this guy. They robbed him, but he gave him all, he's a police officer, he know to comply. So he gave him all his wallet, and they still shot him anyway. And I got a guy who I met over in Oak Cliff at the spot where I go at. His name's Kenny Mack. Man, he just picked up a murder case. He caught a guy having sex with his wife, and he shot him and killed him. Now, he's already been to prison 3 times. It's ironic, he has 2 kids that he stepped out on his wife. So he catch somebody with his wife, he killed the guy. He's been to prison 3 times already. And with a murder case in Dallas, they're going to give him a habitual indictment. The minimum you can get on as a habitual criminal is 25. That's the minimum. But for murder, they're going to offer him 50. He's not going to want to just plead guilty for 50. And the jury probably going to max him out to life. You know, I'm not holding my nuts on him, but just being realistic. When he leave out on that chain bus headed to prison, you better look at Dallas real good. That's going to be the last time you're going to see the streets of Dallas. Now, you've been to prison 3 times already. You know you don't do no dumb shit like that. The woman don't want to be with you. You done stepped on her. You got 2 kids outside of the marriage while you was married to her. And as soon as she step out, you want to kill her. Instead of just getting your shit out of her house and leave. Just leave. There's way more females in the world than males. You can easily find a woman. Maybe not of the same caliber you had, but she can be replaced just as well as you can be replaced. Yeah, the tropical storm is headed toward the Gulf Coast, Lake Charles and different parts of Louisiana. Man, y'all be safe out there. Look like y'all can't win storm after storm. Every year, that area get destroyed by some type of storm or hurricane. You know what? It's easy to fool people than to convince them if they've been fooled. Now, if people was talking about COVID-19, it's easy to stop it. They can put a rein on the whole pandemic. Shut the United States down. 6 months. Give a stimulus check. Only thing you can go out for is to buy food. Everything shuts down for 6 months. Nobody trades money for anything. You don't pay no bills. Nobody loses. You don't receive no wages. 6 month period is up. Start back at zero. Everybody start over again. So there'll be no losses. That way, the pandemic will be curtailed. The hot spots, they can hospitalize those people, give them medical treatment, and stop it. It's easy to remedy that. It's a complete lockdown. 6 months. And the pandemic is going away. We back to our normal lives. The way this is going, I don't see no end in sight. No end in sight. As soon as they slow it down a little bit, another variation of the COVID-19 flare up, and here we go again. But me and my old lady, we try to be safe. It's limited on who we allow in this house. Her sister, now my buddy that she's dealing with, Lion Willie and his old lady, that's about the extent of people coming in this house. And I don't go, I go to his house, but he got good ventilation. He got an exhaust system he can turn on. You can light a cigarette in his house, you see the smoke go right on out. So he do that to clean the air, where everybody don't be breathing no stale air. When I get through this video, I got to head to 40, and I talked to her sister on the phone, Lovely. She said he got a surprise for us. Last weekend, he rented a limo, and we went out for a night on the city. So I don't know what he got planned for this weekend. I'll know when me and my old lady get there. She in there now in the shower. So she gonna be in there about an hour. It'll take her 20 minutes brushing her hair. This is gonna be a short video. I had to get some sleep. I know we're gonna have a long night. By the time I see a bed again, it'll be in the morning sometime. When people, say if a man just got his paycheck, $740 paycheck, you see him go in the check place and business cashier's check, you rob him when he come outside. Man, this man, insurance gonna cover that. He got a hell of a loss coming. And most Americans live paycheck to paycheck. You ain't giving a damn if that man, kids, wife, he loses home, his car. You don't give a shit what happened to him. So you should be able to take your licks. That's why, out of all the years I did in prison, I noticed some of the hard guys, man, whatever they had feelings about, they kept it to themselves. I did the same thing. I used to have guys tell me, say, man, you don't even act like a guy got a life sentence. What the hell you want me to do? Walk around here moody and sad all the damn time? That ain't gonna change nothing. You still got life. I done seen guys try to sleep a life sentence off. Man, I'm gonna sleep every day. Dude, when you wake up, you still got that life sentence. And those prison psychiatrists, they love to prescribe psychotropic drugs. They'll put you on Be Cool pills in a minute. So a lot of guys, hell, half of death row is on Be Cool pills. They love to prescribe a psychotropic drug. They will throw you on that shit so fast, make your head spin. No matter what, you can't escape. You gonna have to do the time. The point is, you can't let the time do you. And, a lot of people say, well, guys get used to it. Man, I got used to it. But when you start getting old as hell, you get sick, you can't defend yourself. Hell, you can't even walk they got a lot of guys, man, can't even walk to the chow hall. They so sick. They in wheelchairs. Depends on, you had a prison that got a lot of old guys there. You see guys on walkers, walking cane, wheelchairs. Oh, man, who the hell want to be in a maximum security prison under those conditions? Sometimes I'd go around the guys who got life without parole. I'd go over on their cell block. They are G3s. That's their classification. I'd go over there making a transaction with one of them. And I would look at that shit. It's a difference between night and day in that cell block and a cell block I live on. And this guy's over there, plenty of guys over there got life, but he got a parole date. When you look back, you'll see a guy who done served his 40 years, say, hey man, I'm going to see that parole in the morning. And you catch him about 4 months later, hey man, I'm in the changes class, man. My date is December the 10th. I'm out of here, man. And you look back and say, hey, you ain't never, ever gonna see a parole officer. Never gonna see one. You know, I don't know what that feeling would be like. I always had hope because I got to see parole every year. Whether I made it or not, I got a chance to see them. And, you know, to be positive, say, hey, this might be my time. You got to remain positive. Me, myself, I made parole 3 times. But I received a protest from Dallas County. So they kept me in prison. A lot of people say, well, you stayed in prison so long because you was a fuck up. Nope. I stayed in prison so long because trial officials and the crime victim was protesting my release. I made parole when I'd been there 19 years. I made my parole at 19 years. I made it. Made it all the way to the release prison and got turned around. The second 2 times I never left the prison. They just sent it to me in the mail. Said, additional information received. That means a protest. You know, when you committed a violent crime, you still can make parole. They can grant you parole, but the trial official can say, no, he's still a threat to society. You ain't going nowhere. They're going to take that parole back. You ain't going no damn where. You know, a man with a life sentence, he cannot even tell you the decade that he's going home in. Not only the date, he can't tell you what decade he ever going to leave that prison in. You know, people be talking about some of the YouTubers be exaggerating on their prison stories. I don't see no prison story that needs embellishment. That's a bad environment. Look at all these wild ass people on the outside, all the crazy shit they do. What you think they do when they get to a prison? Some of them be the same damn way. Why you think they got these big ass lockups full of fucking people? All the new maximum security prison in Texas has an administrative segregation housing unit that houses 504 inmates. And I guarantee you, every one of them is full. Every one is full. Then they got 5 high securities. That's a step above administrative segregation. They are full. They show you the guys don't give a shit. Once you figure out prison is just psychological, most guys don't give a shit. The guards can't control them. All them damn female guards. Some prison units got 65% female guards. They can't control them guys. And you know, even on a minimum security cell block, well, these guys really got good prison jobs. They in college. They get visitation. They spend the maximum on commissary. When they doing something wrong, the female guard have to beg them to do right. Come on, guys. Come off a 3-row. Come on, guys. Come on, man. They can't control them guys. Only way they control them is they allow them to control them. And prison is wild as hell, especially when you where a bunch of young guys is. It's total chaos. So I don't know why another YouTuber got to embellish a prison story. That shit is not no YMCA. It's drama gonna happen every fucking day. Every day. It's rare it's gonna be laid back. Now, if you at a prison with a lot of old guys, those prisons gonna be laid back. You gonna go a week or 2. Probably won't even be a fight. But you never know when it's gonna pop off. It can pop off at any given time. Because a lot of shit go wrong. Always gonna be some convict thinking he tough or he slick or he trying to fuck over another convict. He gonna get his ass skinned up. It happens all the time. The prison that I went home from, Styles Unit, you don't get no better than Styles. Laid back. All those guys over there got PlayStation, cell phones, weed. Fuck all the female guards sell pussy. All that go over there. Use that style. Even Tom Joyner did, when he used to be on Magic 102 in Houston, he did a show on Styles. And he said, if you ever want to go to prison in Texas, You want to be at the Styles unit. Man, I used to hear female guards calling in, dedicating a song, giving a shout out to their boyfriend at the prison. They don't call his name, and she don't call her name, but we listening, we know who the hell she talking about. You couldn't do time at that prison. You was pathetic. Now, you're going to have fights. A lot of shit jump off there because there was so much contraband. You done got this cigarette, you done got some weed or some crack or some meth from somebody. You ain't got their money, you going to get skinned up. Or you owe for a cell phone, you going to get a beat down. So shit happened there, same way, but it didn't happen on the regular. Everybody was kicked back, doing easy time. You see guys out on the rec yard, they hand the female guard their cell phone and they take a picture with their homeboy. The guard take the picture. That's how laid back that unit was. And half the unit deal with fat butt boys because they got so many of them over there. The other half deal with female guards. So you gonna win, you're a woman over there if you really wanted to. It's a whole lot of bad build ass women work there from Beaumont. They ain't used to receiving no attention. Hell, when they leave that prison, nobody's searching for them. A barrel looking ass woman, nobody want her. She come to that prison, they make her feel like a real queen. All of them shooting at her. I had a partner, he said, man, that's all I go for, them big fat ugly chicks, because ain't nobody gonna mess with them. That way I have her by myself. Okay, I gotta end this, but in conclusion, winners tell you how they made their dreams come true. Losers tell you excuses on why theirs didn't. Take that for what it's worth. Y'all keep your shanks ready. This the weekend. They got about 4 more days to go before them checks start rolling in. They broke. They looking. We got to be able to ride on these fools at a moment's notice. Y'all follow me over on Patreon. Like and subscribe. And I thank you for watching.